monster. I hate what I've become. The nightmare's just begun. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel it deep within. It's just beneath the skin. I must confess that I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster. I feel like a monster.
Hello everyone. Welcome to this brutally honest review, Total War Warhammer 2, with your hostess, Fiaura the Tank Girl. Hi everybody. So, I just got back from the movies and I'm going to sit down now and review this game. Okay, let's be entirely honest. More of the same, different factions. It's about all you got. There's some optimization. The options menu, I've actually sat down and tried to find a difference in options. There's not. There's just no difference. So let's just get into a battle, shall we? You do have this new quest battle mode, which is kind of interesting. First off, the overpowered ass monstrous creatures are still a thing. The monstrous creature spam pretty much wins. Every time. I'm not kidding. I wish I was. So we're not going to do that. Which, by the way, lizardmen are just the bane of everyone's existence. Auto-generate me an army. I'm not going to sit here and put together any particularly specialist army or anything. And we're going to launch this into battle. Just to give you guys an idea of how, the tactical battle works, then I'll go over how the campaign works, and then I'll give my unfettered opinion. So, is Total War Warhammer a bad game? No, it's not. It's actually a decent game. As far as multiplayer and custom battle and these types of instant action battles go, it's actually pretty good. But ever since Shadow of the Horned freaking Rat, it is still the best strategy you can have. Just outrange and bombard. Reveal our chariots here. Let's bring in our heavy cav. Surprise from the forests! As you can see, we're pretty much getting ripped to pieces, but so were they. You know, we got some spells here. We're gonna use some spells real quick, just for shits and giggles. Yeah, let's vortex that. And you, I want a laughing skull of screw them a stand. Just cut right through that. And yeah. Yeah, let's send in the blackguards. It's about time to do that thing where we send in the blackguard. I'm just saying. I'll send you guys in too. You guys in the back, you may want to do your job. Do your job. It's not that hard. And of course, you guys may want to just break off and go after that. I'm just saying. It might be a wise course of action. unit balance is there, but not. As I said before, the ultimate just screw you army is literally throw that guy in. Throw that guy in. Put him on Carnosaurs. There you go. Ultimate screw you army. I mean, I love the animation here. Just the sheer, like, that fucker just got ate up. Like, literally ate up. Type of animation. But I'm still 14 strong. His casualties are mounting. And yeah, he keeps rallying. But what is he rallying against? I have no control over most of my units now. And this is kind of the army that basically you can't really fight. I mean, you can, but at the end of the day, can you beat it? Is the question. And I don't really honestly think you can without just hard countering giant monsters with nothing but spearmen. Now, I might be standing corrected by the end of this video, but I have found that this pretty much works. As you can see, though, this is the insanity that you're gonna have to deal with. I concede, but I lost 0, destroyed over a third of his army already, and he was breaking. But this is stupid, because when you get this on the campaign map, the meat and heart of the game where you're going to spend most of your time, it's goddamn ridiculous. Now I'm going to load my Dark Elf save, because it's the one I've been playing on live stream the most. I've also been playing a Lizardman game and a Skaven game, just to try out everything. I've played a little bit of the High Elves in multiplayer to try them out too. But there's nothing different here. You're literally paying $60 to just play different factions. And to me, that is... how should I describe this? Bullshit. Okay? It's nice that the campaign is done differently and that there's an actual option to conquer the world, but I hate this. You're put against a time limit, again, to do that in. This is dumb. This is an arbitrarily decided time limit that is, I have to get more of my unique resource before they get more of theirs in order to accomplish my goal, which is the exact same as theirs, or eliminate the other four major factions. We don't need this. We don't need this extra motivation to hate each other. Okay? Creative Assembly. We didn't need the pressure of the Everchosen. We don't need the pressure of the Vortex to make it work. I want a grand campaign where the objective is world domination, not Vortex domination, not defeat the Everchosen, who's basically invulnerable unless you set up a certain set of characteristical checkpoints to eliminate them. I also don't want this. I'm going to show you this. This is a fully fleshed out 20 stack army.
Bewitching fury.
This is the Lizardmen Town Guard. On paper, I should win this. If I actually take this battle, I will take massive casualties doing it manually. I will take massive casualties. doing this manually. Because Saurus warriors, as you can see, with shields, are shielded infantry with 60 armor and 10,000 hit points. Their equivalent are supposed to be my bleak swords, with 7,500 hit points and 30 armor. Saurus warriors have more leadership. Saurus warriors have less melee attack power, but more melee defense. Saurus warriors have nearly double my weapon strength. Saurus warriors have one more charge bonus than I do. And when we look at, say, Black Ark Corsairs, same problem. Saurus warriors have about 50% more hit points. We have the same armor, but they have shields. Saurus warriors have more leadership. Saurus warriors have more melee defense. Saurus warriors have more weapon strength. Saurus warriors, by the way, are their basic units. This is their bare bone. This is what considered their bare bones frontline basic unit. Which, by the way, for lore purposes, no, Saurus warriors are supposed to be a upgrade choice, like a mid-tier infantry, not a basic infantry. But here's their basic. Skinks are supposed to be their basic infantry.
Revenge awaits.
So my best choice here is to auto resolve, because if I even auto resolve, look at this. This is a non-walled settlement, and I suffered a fifth of my army in casualties. Pretty well balanced army too. I've got ranged units that I would sit back with and bombard. I've got shades to ambush them with. I've got spearmen to counter their cavalry. I've got war hydra monsters. They don't have any monsters. They have a flyer unit, but I could easily shoot it down with my own flyer units, a pair of harpies. But I took 20% casualties.
Feel the power.
Which, by the way, I'm now going to be stuck here until I fix this up. They didn't have walls. Here's how I know. This is the walled level. This is non-walls. So they didn't have walls. But by God, could they inflict a shit ton of casualties. And here's the other problem. I'm going to be replenishing. I've been replenishing this army for like 4 turns. I'm still replenishing. Still replenishing. Now, I have had them do stuff like summon an army out of thin air. A massive army. Their legendary heroes only take 2 turns. This is normal difficulty setting. Their legendary heroes only take 2 turns to respawn, and they respawn with an army. Not without one, with an army. They don't have to go back and recruit more. They just show up with an army. Out of nowhere, without warning. That's not okay. That's kind of shitty when you think about it. The other thing is, when I activate this ritual, I'm going to show you this. I saved it here intentionally so I could show you this on the review. So I want to begin this ritual.
The ritual is underway, my lord.
It's going to pick 3 random cities. My capital and 2 others.
Such is the ritual's power that the great vortex itself distorts under its pull. Be wary, though, for while the vortex is weakened, the forces of chaos will slip into this world. Ready your defenses, for they will doubtless be drawn to the ritual's power.
Ritual is started. I now have to fend off this massive chaos incursion. Arbitrarily have to fend it off. I've got those chaos guys to fend off. I've got these 2 that have arrived by boat. And these are full stack armies. These are not like little bitty. These are full stack chaos armies. Look at this. Chosen warriors with great weapons and halberds all across the board. No marauders here, baby. Nope, no marauders here. All chosen and chaos knight. Chaos trolls, hell cannons, a giant. Spawn. first two groups of Marauders we've seen. The rest of this is just freaking high-end Chaos units. Full-on 20-stack... Yeah, full-on 20-stack Skaven unit. And you better believe it that that's the only clan rats in that army. And this army has no clan rats. It's all specialist and high-end stuff. Out of thin air. That I'm now expected to defend against. Which, by the way, it randomly picks which two cities you're going to have to defend in addition to your capital. You don't know where to position your armies. At all. And you have to do this while you're under the threat of war from other factions. Because right now, I'm at war with these guys. Actually, I'll show you. I'm at war with all that. Don't you think I got enough on my plate than to manage this freaking vortex shit?
Favored of the witch, speak, kin, and I will.
Which, by the way, they will not agree to any agreement. They're friendly 43 with us in Rising.
Yes, you are either very brave or very foolish.
129.
Weakling.
Can't get a trade agreement.
Black-hearted. Behold the black core.
23. We're friendly.
Its splendor and live to tell it.
Couldn't get anything with them if I wanted to, even though we have a non-aggression pact. Should be able to get a trade agreement. Would benefit us both greatly. Nope, not happening. Diplomacy screen is still just as screwed up and stupid and does not work.
Master of cruelty.
There is no reason why these three Dark Elf factions should not agree to trade with me. None whatsoever, other than screw you, you're the player. It doesn't give an explanation. It doesn't explain what's going on here. Why these people who are my best friends in the world, greater than 100 rating and rising, won't do anything. It won't have anything to do with trade.
You think you can lead the Tsuki?
Won't explain why these two factions, who are friendly and rising significantly. Also, the whole great power and aversion thing, that just needs to go away. Seriously. When it says great power, whoop-de-freaking-do. I started with this city and Iron Spike, and that was it. I was not a great power, but the entire time I've been labeled a great power for diplomacy purposes. That's a load of shit, Creative Assembly. You still haven't fixed the diplomacy system in your game. You still haven't fixed the AI in your game. Your only resolution to fix the AI is just have them spam more and bigger armies. And you still haven't fixed how the economy works, because there have been times where I've only been making $1,000. Like, this massive empire, fully devoted towards economic gain, makes 1,000 gold to support 4 freaking armies. Not even really 4. I only have 2 armies that are close to what I would consider fully fleshed out armies. This army
What now?
could use some help. This army, can I count this as an army?
Noble.
This army's actually stacked up and ready to go. It just happens to be in the middle of nowhere. So yeah. I honestly don't approve of the way this campaign is set up whatsoever. I have played 3 different factions. I should probably go play the High Elves just for a little bit, but I've put over 40 hours into this game already. If you're buying this for the Grand Campaign, you're buying it for the wrong reasons. Just flat out. Grand Campaign is not why you buy this game. You buy this game for the battles. And at present, I think it is bullshit that I can't play the other factions which are already established in the game. You run into orc armies with units that were not in the previous game. I can't play them. Creative Assembly, this is bullshit. I already paid to play dwarves, humans, orcs, wood elves, the fucking Norsica, I paid for them. I paid for Bretonia. Or you released Bretonia at least. I paid for the Beastmen. They're all in this game and you can't play them. You literally just are not allowed. I am greatly disappointed in that. Previous game, armies that had not yet been released but were in game were right here. You could play them. So, what is my final thoughts on this? It's not worth $60. It's not worth $30. This is a $20 expansion to Total War Warhammer that is standalone, that does not allow you to have the previous content interact with the new content. It's a $20 expansion, not a full $60 game. The units are relatively balanced, they're fun to play, everything's wonderful. The sole reason you're buying this game is the multiplayer. The campaign has not been improved at all. Optimization is better. It will run better on lower end machines and it will run better overall. But optimization has not been improved whatsoever. And all these like IGN and Eurogamer are like, oh, it's awesome. No, it's not. This is not an improvement. This is literally just a, here's 4 more factions. We should be charging $20 for this, but you're going to pay $60 for it. Now, I mean, I can point out some other mechanics here that are going to drive you nuts. So, that I discovered. There are some nice touches. The rituals are nice touches, except for the Dark Elves seem intentionally nerfed. Because you don't get a global recruitment option.
Cruelty and violence.
No global recruitment. Everybody else has global recruitment, by the way. For you to get global recruitment, you have to perform this ritual, which you have to unlock through getting a certain number of slaves. And then you have to recruit one of these black arcs. You have to recruit one. After you only get one per ritual, by the way, and if they're destroyed, they're gone. So after you perform a ritual that costs you slaves, which are the basis of your economy, quote unquote, the basis of your economy, by the way. The basis of your economy. Oh boy. Now I get into the hilarity of that statement. The slaves are not the basis of your economy. Here's my total effects of slaves. I have 6,000 slaves, by the way. 240. So let's see here. 240 plus 2 plus 3, 44, plus 11, plus 55, plus 19, plus 99, plus 10, plus 5, plus 25, plus 14. So, I have 6,000 slaves. I have 824 gold per turn out of 6,000 slaves. That is 0.13 gold per slave. Are you kidding me? As it turns out, they are not anything to your economy whatsoever. This fully upgraded structure that says that it gives 100 gold, that it gives income per 100 slaves in the province of 15 and 25% boost to it does nothing. This province, the province of Iron Peaks, has 344 income from 1,600 slaves. What? That is taking up a building slot.
Corruption of the vilest sort.
And it generates next to nothing. A single trade agreement with anyone
You stand before the
would generate
of Nagaroth.
3 times the income for me than the slaves are generating right now. But I'm not allowed to get any trade agreements, even though trade agreements would be wonderful for me because of all the resources I've acquired. I'm not allowed to. They won't trade. There's nothing I can do about it. I can sit here and yell and scream and be upset, but there's truly nothing I can do about it because the diplomacy in this game, as it's always been with every Total War game, diplomacy is a mystery. That makes no sense. That's not how diplomacy works in real life. That's not how diplomacy works in any game where diplomacy is a decent thing to do. It's literally pointless. You may as well just conquer them because getting a trade agreement is a pain in your ass. So, the lizard men their special resource does nothing for them. It is used in no way, shape, or form for anything. They're just like playing dwarves. And you want to know the silly part? Look at all these trade agreements I can get with foreign races. I have a trade agreement with the Wood Elves. I have a trade agreement with other lizard men. I have a trade agreement with the High Elves. I have a trade agreement with other lizard men. I could get a trade agreement with the dwarves. The freaking dwarves.
Do you know who I am?
I get a trade agreement with the humans. I'm the lizard men. Let me restate that. I'm the freaking lizard men. And if they could get a route to my capital, which all I have to do at this point to get said route to my capital is conquer this province. I could get a trade route with the dwarves and they would agree to it. I'm the goddamn lizard men. And the dwarves are my allies. The wood elves are my allies. The high elves are... We're in an alliance! The hell are you talking about? The hell are you talking about? We're in an alliance? So, personal opinion. You're not playing this for the grand campaign. You're playing this for multiplayer. Or multiplayer campaign. Which, good luck getting someone to commit to that because that's literally like days of your lives. So you better be your best damn friend. And you better be doing cooperative because head-to-head will literally just end friendships. I'm serious. It's like Mario Party level ending friendships. For most people. You're buying this for the multiplayer battle. And even then, Total War Warhammer 1, the better option. The more fleshed out game. It's more fun. I don't know why my tip jar is still showing, but thank you OBS for that one. It's just a better... Total War Warhammer is just much better done as a campaign. I hate the fact that the campaign is forced to end. Like this one is forced to end. We don't want the forced ending. I don't know who the fuck told you we have to have this ultimate goal that everyone is racing for. No, we don't even need that. These are the races of Warhammer. We're just going to fight for the sake of fighting. It's how they work. If we own the previous game, please just give us the other races. Don't make us pay for them in DLC. Oh, wait, you already are. You know how I know you already are? Because guess what my pre-order bonus is, everyone? The Norsika faction. The last faction to be released for the original Total War Warhammer 1 is coming to Total War Warhammer 2 that you may purchase if you did not pre-order. Game is fun if you want to play a cooperative campaign. Game is fun if you want to play multiplayer. If you're just buying this for single player, stay out. It's not worth your time. Go play the original one. The Lizardmen and the Skaven and all that. It's not worth the money. It honestly isn't worth the money. I can say that to you with a straight face. It has not been worth my money to play this as a single player game. Multiplayer, I've had fun. It's been a fun and wonderful time. Discovering, how units work, different strategies, different tactics, just generally having fun. Worth my time. The single player has been a frustrating rage fest that can only be described as you do all the work, and if you lose one or two important battles, you pretty much have lost the campaign. Because all it takes is those one or two losses to dethrone your steamroller, and then watch as the computer completes ritual after ritual after ritual well ahead of you and beats you to the vortex, and you lose. So you literally just have to play a perfect campaign or lose. Which is a shitty thing to have to say. Because in the first one, you could lose battles, you could lose entire armies, and it didn't mean the end of the world. Here it means the end of the world. That's my opinion. This is a $20 expansion. This is not a $60 full-fledged game that they're going to make you pay $60 for. Don't buy it for $60. Don't support it for $60. Don't do it. And that's what I have to say. Sorry, this turned into a 40-minute rant of me criticizing the AAA industry on its practices about how it builds video games. Sorry, this turned into me screaming at Creative Assembly and generally being upset with their decisions for how to make the grand campaign work. The thing that you will spend the most time doing is the thing least worth doing about this game. Thank you all for listening. I hope you found this entertaining, enjoyable, reasonable, understandable, and I hope it has helped influence your decision. I can't give this a positive review at all. I wish I could. I tried. I honestly tried to find a way to give this a positive review, and I can't. In good faith, give this a positive review. So you all heard what I had to say. This has been Fiaura. Here's the previous brutally honest review for you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.